خیلی خوب. درود جنابان، اومدیم با پارت 4 ایونت چی بود اسمش این؟ روزز از ماسکتس. آره اومدیم با پارت 4ش. ساعت 8 صبح بیدارشیم بریم فیلم برداری.
Since that night at Baptiste's place. Well, guess there's no point in worrying about it now. Let's go join up with the others.
خب اینجا بود. خب پایین که نباید برم. گفتم پایین نباید برم. من تا اینجا از این ایونت هنوز از داستانش هنوز لذت کافی رو نبردم و به نظرم تا اینجا ارزش ویدیو گرفتن نداشته، اما به نظرم همیشه توی کاتسینا مشخص میشه که ارزش داشته یا نه. چیز بدی نبود، اما خب همینجور تفریحی میتونست بری داستانشو. اما از ایونت ها و چالش های مسابقه های این ایونت خیلی لذت بردم. فیلم برداری و اسنایپ و اصلا لذت خالص بود. جناب الو بیار دیگه. صدا پایان اومد.
Good morning! Hayaka and I were just talking about you.
Back.
Is Chefress still not joining us today?
Probably not. We haven't seen her either. Huh? That's such a pity. Director Farina said that we've only got a few small scenes left before wrapping up the entire thing. She even said that she'll get me into a couple scenes so everyone will have a chance to shine in front of the camera.
We were also planning a victory feast once we're all finished filming. You can join us, right?
آهنگ. بله.
If only Chevros was here. I still haven't taken a photo with her.
I'm afraid that can't be helped. Those special patrol folks are like phantoms when they've got a case on their hands.
But to be honest, I'm even more concerned by what I read in the Steambird earlier this morning. It said that the killer in the murder case was none other than the author of the 2 Musketeers.
Yeah, I heard about that too. He came forward and confessed his crimes, but gave no explanation as to why he pulled the trigger. We didn't know about this case at all when we joined the film. Is it going to affect the reception of our work?
From a pure publicity standpoint, this will draw a lot more attention to our film.
I have to say, though, that no director can be perfectly comfortable with garnering attention through means other than artistic skill.
To be fair, I feel like that ship sailed the moment you allowed yourself to be named as the director on our posters.
It's not my fault that I'm super popular. What was that saying again? My popularity has,
sunk to an all-time low?
Spread to the 4 corners of Tibet.
آقا چرا یه ورش رفت؟ ریدم تو این هدفونای سیمی واقعا. نیست.
Excuse me, everyone.
Xavier! Feels like it's been ages since we last saw you.
I've been talking non-stop with the Film Association,
خب درست.
and I'm absolutely swamped trying to coordinate the film's marketing. So forgive me for not being around more often, but please believe me when I say that I will make sure everyone's hard work gets the exposure it deserves.
Oh, seems like you've been fighting your own battles.
Yes, that's one
مشکلات
way to
فیلم
put
برداری
it.
داشتی.
Oh, and before we begin the final round of filming, please allow me to finally introduce you to the
کی؟
original investor of our film, Mr. Morris.
اوه بابای اون یاروه؟
Yes, glad to make
نمیدونم
your
چرا همچین
acquaintance,
حدسی
Mr.
زدم
Morris.
ولی خب
We've heard about the issues you've encountered with your financial situation, and genuinely hope that things have taken a turn for the better.
Oh, well, the situation has indeed improved somewhat.
Don't worry, Mr. Morris. Accidents and last-minute challenges happen all the time. There's no need to blame yourself over it.
همون یایمیای
Good
همیشگی.
news is that we're almost done filming now. And I would even say that this is the best story I've ever seen.
Is that so? I see, that's
حس
great
میکنم این
news.
همون بابای
All
یاروه
right, now that we've gotten all the pleasantries out of the way,
که مامانشو
let's
کشته.
get this show on the road. We'll mostly be filming typical people and scenery from the streets today to improve the sense of environmental ambiance in some parts of the film. Oh, and there'll be a cameo for Mr. Kamisato and Miss Yoimiya as well. They'll be used to show outsider perspectives on the fates of the two musketeers.
اونا هم
That's
قراره
right.
بازی کنن.
Ayato should be
عالی.
here any minute.
Excellent! Then let's start with the scenery shots. Camera and clapper loader, you're up.
Yep, we'll be ready.
Remember, all we need are some wide zoom shots of the streets. If you happen to find some particularly lovely patches of flowers and grass, feel free to grab some close-ups of those as well. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
اوکی.
Okay, now move the camera slowly. Try to focus on that flower. What's wrong? Just adjust the focal length a bit. Something the matter? Huh? But wasn't it working fine for all the days before? Veronique, can we
Lens
try a different
camera.
camera?
No problem. How about this one?
All right.
نه کاری به
let's
لنز
give it
نداره.
another try. Lights, camera, action.
ربطی بهش نداره.
Don't tell me this one is broken too.
نه.
Veronique, do we have any other spare ones we can use?
I'm afraid we only brought these two today.
What? Then go find a workshop to get them repaired right away. Oh, and you too, Bono. Go find our spare camera in the warehouse and bring it back to the set.
On it.
از این گلا ظاهرا نمیشه فیلم گرفت.
Greetings, everyone. My apologies for the delay. Is something the matter, Ayaka?
It seems like there are some issues with the filming equipment today. We're stuck for the moment.
I see.
Well, let's not just stand here twiddling our thumbs. Actors, to the makeup booth. We'll start on the next scene as soon as we get a working camera.
The people at the workshop told me that the part which holds the lens in place seemed to have fallen off.
ها
That's super strange. It was perfectly fine just yesterday.
Well, no time to dwell on that now. Let's get back to filming. Ahem! Quiet on set! Places, everyone! Lights! Camera! Action!
یایمیا باید تو.
By the way, have you heard about that recent murder case?
Yes, I have.
پرسش
It seems that they've caused quite
نه
a
مثلا
commotion
مردم
in the city.
معمولی هن.
I heard that the chief of the guards is so mad about not catching the culprit that he's about to explode.
Oh? I find that quite hard to imagine, considering how he already looks most days.
Director, we have a problem.
یکی
Oh, we're in
وسط
the middle of a
فیلم.
take!
داد
Couldn't
میزن.
you wait until we wrapped up this scene?
No, Director, our film, all the finalized film that we've been keeping in the case has disappeared.
با
Oh wait, well, what did you say?
صدا
Mr. Bono,
صدای میم
please take me to
بوده.
where the film was kept right away.
I'm coming too.
No, Yoimiya, you have to stay here. Oh.
یکی دزدیده.
Okay, listen up.
اون یارو.
Everyone who's not working on this current scene can go with Bono to look for the film. Everyone else, stay put and wrap up the scene. Unbelievable. How could all these problems happen in just one day?
We're back.
پیدا نکردیم.
How did it go? Did you find the film?
We found it in the sewers.
Huh? In the sewers? Is the film still okay?
We discovered it just in time, so we should still be able to salvage it. The others are checking now to see if we lost any specific scenes.
Oh, you scared me for a moment there. I nearly thought we had lost everything. I really don't want to experience that feeling of despair again.
Okay, but who could have stolen the film and dumped it there?
Could it be some competitors working on other films?
But if they wanted to harass
Nah.
us, why wait until the last
نه
day?
اسپانسر جدیده. اینه کار اینه.
Okay, we don't have time to really look into it right now. Let's strike while the iron is still hot and wrap this thing up once and for all.
Yeah, let's finish it.
اوکی فیلم گرفتن و همین
I
دیگه.
would like to officially announce that our entry to the festival, The Two Musketeers, has now concluded filming.
باشه بقیه فیلم چی شد؟
It's so late already.
Even though the filming process proved to be extremely challenging, everyone provided valuable and unique contributions to the final product. Thank you all for your dedication and support.
And just like Director Farina, I would also like to extend my most heartfelt thanks to all of you. Really, you've all helped me so much. I just...
All right, let's save the awards speech for later and hopefully also get some rehearsals in before the real thing. Anyway, now it's time to party! Let's all make our way to the beach and have a celebration feast so loud.
یکی فیلمو سیو کنه.
Lover beast will want in.
یکی فیلمو سیو کنه خواهشن. دوباره ندوزن بگم. همین مونده با پایان پارتی.
This place is hopping. Everyone's finally getting to relax after wrapping up the film. Let's go chat with someone.
Have you ever seen a fireworks show, Mr. Morris? It's pretty amazing.
I'm afraid I haven't, but I'll take your word for it.
چیوری؟
This is turning out to be quite the party.
عجب زیباست من اینو میخوامش ولی خب دونید احتمالا نمیگیرمش توی بنر اشتباهی میاد.
Hey, Ayato! How's your work been going?
Everything went rather smoothly. Thank you for your concern.
Ayato told me that we've already confirmed the dates for some Inazuma Fontaine cultural exchange events. So the next time we visit, we'll be doing so in our capacities as the representatives of the Yashiro Commission.
دفعه بعدی ما اینجا نیستیم.
That's great! Then maybe Paimon will be able to find Fontaine detective novels in Inazuma from now on!
دفعه بعدی ما تو ناتلانیم.
Wouldn't Yaimiko get upset if that happens? That would be stealing some of her business!
به پشمم میکو به من هیچ ربطی نداره.
You've got a point. She's always complaining that light novels have become bland and too predictable after all.
The cultural exchange won't only feature literatures of both nations, of course. We have also made plans for cross-cultural engagements in the fields of gourmet cuisine, toy making, and artisan craftsmanship.
اینا قشنگ از ژاپن بعد از جنگ جهانی اومدن،
Be sure to visit and participate in all the
دارن
events.
همه چیزشون رو گسترش میدن. یه این بازی اصلا 20 سال ادامه داشت، این آزما تبدیل به ژاپن الان میشد. پیشرفته.
I was thinking, if this film turns out to be a success, could I ask the two of you to stay and be a part of my crew? Of course, I'll definitely increase the pay for next time.
I'd be more than happy to, Mr. Xavier.
Thank you for the offer, Mr. Xavier. But I've made some plans to go on a journey to the other nations once the festival is over.
Oh, بیا با هم بریم ناتلان.
Well, then in that case, bon voyage, Miss Veronique. Please feel free to get in touch once you've returned to Fontaine.
سوام تو ناتلان میبینیمش. Farina the Fontaine.
Oh, my darling clapper loader and camera operator. You've both worked really hard.
چیکار کردی؟
Honestly, Paimon was getting a little tired of playing with the clapperboard by the end of it. Worst of all, Paimon started having dreams of you shouting, "Lights, camera, action!" into Paimon's ears. The actual dream can't even start until you've yelled that.
Hey, if anything, shouldn't I be more grand and delightful in your dreams? We've been through so much together, and that's how your brain remembers me?
That's not Paimon's fault. We've just used the clapperboard too much lately.
Anyway, what's most important is that we've wrapped the film. I'm pretty confident that we'll take first prize.
Farina Award. هنوز نمیتونم باور کنم اسکار رو آوردن تو.
Hey, no need to mention the official name.
Wait, now that you mention it,
If
we did win the prize, would Farina just get a statue of herself?
Come on, I don't need that kind of attention. Xavier can accept the reward on our behalf.
But just imagine! Farina accepting the Farina Award and holding a Farina statue.
I'm going back to my dessert now. You all can keep discussing that on your own.
راست میگه.
What kind of dessert should I try next?
خواستم یه چیزی بگم ولی نگفتم. سلام قانونی.
Hey, you two.
Are you not really into these kinds of big social occasions?
Not particularly. But this is still better than Fontaine Fashion Week.
But if this film becomes a big hit, people will definitely come flocking to your shop.
Yes, that's highly likely. As long as the film can premiere as planned.
کاش توی فانتین که مثلا فشن و مد و اینا هست، کاش اینجا به همون مثلا اسکین میدادن، لباس میدادن. مثلا لباس لومین رو خیلی وقته میخوایم عوض کنیم، جان مادر یه اسکین لومین بده. اگه قرار بود اتفاق بیفته و اینجا اتفاق میافتاد.
Are you still worried about the case?
That and all the obstacles we had to face today.
You're right. It's as if all our bad luck just manifested at once.
But why today of all days?
اینم پس میدونه.
No, it's nothing. We've already delivered the film to the editors, so there should be nothing more to worry about.
نه اشتباه میکنی.
You having a good time?
Well, you could say that. Do you happen to know when the party is scheduled to end?
Judging by how much fun everyone's having, I'd say probably not until well after midnight. Is there something that you still have to take care of at home, Mr. Morris?
Oh, well, I'm just not a late night person, so I might take off shortly.
Oh no! Silly me. I almost forgot something super important.
Oh, what is it?
دیایمیان فهمید یا
A
نه؟
whole batch of fireworks for the party, but I forgot to bring them over from the warehouse.
Fireworks, you say? That's, truly a pity. Sorry things didn't go as planned.
نه برو همین الان
Can you
بیا.
help me carry them over, Mr. Morris? I won't be able to fetch all of them by myself.
Me? Are you sure that you can't find anyone else?
نه برو.
I just wanted to make this a surprise for everyone. The warehouse isn't far from here. We'll be there in no time. Pretty please, Mr. Morris. These are some of the best fireworks I've ever made. So I also want you to see them before you leave. They're stunning. I promise that they'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget.
But...
It's okay. Just come with me. If we're sneaky enough, nobody else will see us leaving.
All right.
یه نقشه‌ای داره یایمیا.
The warehouse is right over here. I moved the fireworks there in advance, so it shouldn't be too much work bringing them back.
It's still a ways away from the party.
اوه کمان خودش هم
Sorry about that,
بشه.
Mr. Morris. It's probably because I'm used to carrying fireworks all the time, so it doesn't feel like a lot of work to me.
رفتی تو خونه؟ خیلی چی کار کنی یایمیا؟ نقشت چیه؟ من میدونم یه نقشه‌ای داری.
It's dark in here. Wait here, Mr. Morris. I think the light switch should be somewhere over here.
اوه
Why did I have to get roped into this? What was that? Who's there? Get me out! Get me out of here!
Did you really think you'd
Couldn't.
get away?
نه خوی چیکار به یایمیا داشتی؟ نه نقششه.
You've got the wrong guy! It wasn't me! I'm not the killer!
You know, Eliza died a far more heroic death than this. She fought your assassin to the end, to save the children she had hidden beneath the floorboards. That is Eliza's pendant. The one with a photo of you two inside. The one you gave her. Ring any bells?
It's a fake! It has to be! There's no way!
No way your assassin didn't destroy it, you mean? Did you ever love her, Morris? Or was killing her always the plan?
No, please! Listen to me! I told Eliza to keep us a secret! I paid her plenty for her silence! I never thought she'd keep the child! Everything was gonna come out, and I had no choice! She forced my hand! No! I'm begging you. I
بزن
have money.
بزن
Name your price, please!
بزن.
You can keep your Mora, and you can go to hell.
ای بابا چرا نکشتیش؟
I'm Captain Shovraz of the Special Patrol. Morris, you're under arrest for Eliza's murder.
پایان داشت فیلم میگیره.
You're under arrest too, prop manager Veronique. Or perhaps I should call you the second musketeer.
برگام چه فیلمی شد؟
What's going on? This wasn't in the script.
چه
Drop the gun,
فیلمی شد؟
Why? Why would you keep me from exacting revenge on this heartless monster?
Drop your weapon. This is my final warning.
ورونیک خواهر اونه؟
What is going on?
Do I have to spell it out for you, Morris?
Everything that took place just now was staged to get you to confess the truth. But this last part is all improv, of course.
برگام ریخت. چه سمی بود.
It's because even I had no way to confirm my theory until now. Thank you for your performance, Yoimiya. Could I trouble you to go and bring in the other Special Patrol members? They should be on standby just outside. Oh, and please tell the other cast members not to worry about us. We'll be rejoining them shortly.
On it!
Okay.
So what do you think, Morris? Can we talk about what happened 20 years ago? My patience is limited, you know. Don't force me to take you back to the interrogation room. I'd wager that you wouldn't last for more than a minute in there. With the recording we made, you have no chance of winning in court. Cooperating with us now is the most practical move.
All right. I'll talk. I hired an assassin to murder Elisa. She once worked as a maid on my family's estate. She was very beautiful, and after some time I fell for her. We kept our relationship a secret and carried out an affair for some time, but it wasn't long before she became pregnant. And if my parents ever found out, they would have stripped me of my inheritance and status, driven me out of my home. I also didn't expect Elisa to insist on bringing the pregnancy to term. She even asked me to leave my family and travel far, far away with her.
She believed that you were truly in love with her.
I didn't have a choice. I gave her a large sum of mora, told her to leave the family and to get rid of the baby. But then years later, she sent me a letter. There were photos of 2 children, and she even asked if I could find some time to visit them.
Huh? 2 children? Paimon thought Baptiste was the only,
گفتم که این خواهرشه گفتم که.
Even if she had the children against your will, you could have just ignored the letter entirely. Why kill her?
I had just gotten engaged to be married to an heiress from another wealthy family. So if anyone were to find out about Elisa, my life would be completely ruined. I didn't have a choice.
No, you always had a choice. You just made the wrong choice. Again.
Do you know how it feels to watch your mother be killed right in front of you? My brother and I were hardly even school age yet. We were hidden beneath the floorboards, grasping each other's hands like a lifeline. We were so terrified that we didn't even know we could ever take a breath. All we could do was to watch Mother try to fight back and then collapse to the floor. Even after the assassin left, we were still too terrified to leave our hiding spot. We thought that he might come back. It was only until the next evening when we finally climbed out and gathered around our mother. But she had already become cold and stiff to the touch.
You made up your mind right then and there to bring this case to light.
Not only that, we resolved to get our revenge.
And that's why you became the Musketeers.
No, that's why I became a musketeer. The man from before was also killed by me. My brother had nothing to do with it.
I figured as much.
You did?
I once told these 2 that he didn't look like a killer to me. His confession from that night also rubbed me the wrong way. I think what really tipped me off was, how could I not feel a sense of regret in him?
Huh?
He confessed faster than any criminal I've ever met, but he didn't say a single word about you. He insisted that he was the sole perpetrator in the case. But after the questioning ended, I disassembled the musket we dug up from his backyard, put it in front of him, and told him to reassemble it. Wanna guess how far he got? He had no idea where to even start. He's never touched a gun in his life. Based on that, I determined that he was not acting alone, He only surrendered himself to draw our attention and create a moment of opportunity for his partner. So, I decided to play along. And as expected, the second musketeer followed us without hesitation once she saw Morris get separated from the rest of the cast. Besides, why else would he call the novel The Two Musketeers?
But how did you know it was Veronique?
I figured it out the moment Baptiste told me his father's name. That so-called financial crisis was all just a ruse. He just wanted to sign up as the investor and then leave the film without any source of funding. After all, he has a vested interest in minimizing the reach of this story. It's really just the same thing as what he did to Eliza all those years ago.
Human scum.
But then Xavier pulled out all the stops and got the film made against all odds. Morris couldn't have that. With the killer in custody, he figured it was safe to act. And so he came to visit the set today, just as I expected.
Wait, so you were behind all those mishaps today?
بله من که گفتم
As for the identity of the second musketeer, I assumed they'd probably stay close to Morris and look for an opening. And if they already knew that Morris was the film's investor, then that narrowed the list of potential suspects as well. Furthermore, being the props manager would allow the culprit to avoid scrutiny by purchasing mechanical parts in the name of the crew. With that hypothesis in mind, I went back to check Baptiste's orphanage adoption records. Guess whose name I saw on the same page, just a few lines from his.
Veronique.
My brother. He trusted you.
As in, he trusted me to perform the deed on his behalf?
He trusted you to stand on the side of justice.
I am.
I thought you could do it as well. Oh, the look on your face when you told him to go to hell. I really thought you'd put a bullet in his brain. You know what he has done. Are you telling me that you'd rather see him spend the rest of his life living like a king in the fortress of Meripede?
آخه اونجا هم که واقعا زندان نیست که.
Feeling of my mother's cold, lifeless hands. And you would call this ending fair? Is this what you call justice?
I won't lie, Veronique. I did hesitate when your brother first told me about the truth. I wondered. I agonized over whether I should really put a bullet in his head.
So why don't you?
Because that should never be how justice is carried out in this world. Perhaps, to you, justice is simply reciprocated. An eye for an eye, and a life for a life. But everyone has their own understanding of justice. If everyone were to pursue their own definition of it, there would be no more order in this world. Today, you'll kill Morris, and tomorrow, his children may come for you. The world cannot render judgments based on a desire for revenge. That will only lead to a cycle of revenge, as well as the destruction of order and civilized society. Fontaine is founded on a set of laws and a standardized code of justice. That is why we are the nation of justice. But with all that said, I will promise you this. Morris will not lead a cushy life in the fortress of Meripede.
Chevrolet, the rest of the special patrol is here.
Thank you so much, Urania. Letelier, Terena, please take them away.
اسم همشون هم میدونه.
I still can't agree with your reasoning.
I know.
Justice has not been delivered. At least, not today.
Chevrolet.
Let's go. We should give an explanation to the crew.
نه.
Thank you for your concern.
نه تصمیم درستی نبود.
I'm just thinking about the things in life that have driven people to take justice into their own hands.
بچه ای نداره که مثلا بخواد بیاد دنبال این، چون این خودش بچه اینه و قاطی کرد. آره مگه این که بعد از اون جداییه مثلا رفته باشه ازدواج کرده باشه بچه دار شده باشه نمیدونم، اما دوتا بچه داره که دوتاشون هم میخواستن بکشنش. پس چیزی که به ما گفته این بود. آره باید میگفتی، اول باید میگفتی بعد این اتفاق رو رقم میزد. ولی میخوام بگم عجب حقی بود کاتسینش، چه انیمیشنی داشت، برگام ریخت، خیلی سمی و حق و جالب و زیبا بود. بعد الان میتونم بگم ارزششو داشت که فیلم بگیرم.
I'm at a loss of words. How could he have done something like this?
I'm just glad that you're all safe and sound. Who knew that such a labyrinth of cases
اینم هر کی اسپانسرش میشه بگم.
Well, what should we do now? We have a finished film, of course, but should we still go ahead with the premiere?
What do you mean? Shouldn't you be even more motivated to spread the word now that you've learned the truth?
Chiori is right. I'd also like more people to see this story for themselves.
But the real ending of the story seems to have deviated somewhat from the one in the script. Is that still acceptable to you, Miss Chevrolet?
The call is yours. We still have time to reshoot an ending if that's what you'd like.
No, it's fine as is. I like what we have for the catharsis. Romanticism is what gives works of art their appeal. Fiction is able to explore means of restitution that could never work in real life.
فیلم بالاخره یکی باید بمیره.
The real world, the world of stories also has its own set of rules and justice. These different possibilities are what initially drew me to reading in the first place.
Sounds good to me. I support your decision. What about Veronique? Will she be okay?
She will soon face her judgment alongside her brother and Morris. If I had to guess, they'll probably all be sent to the fortress of Meripede. I'll make sure to give Risley a heads up about it.
Oh, you mean that kind of heads up?
Exactly.
Ahem. All right, then the matter's settled. Now that everything's been taken care of, there's no reason for us to keep looking all gloomy and grumpy. Let's get back to the feast and enjoy each other's company. We'll be starting the post-production process tomorrow. You should join us, Chevrolet. You missed the first few hours of the party, didn't you?
All right. Count me in.
فرینا ما همین الان
Then
یه
I'll wait for you over there.
صحنه پشمریزون رو تماشا کردیم.
Traveler,
بیام جشن بگیرم.
could you wait for me by the sea after the party ends? I'd like to go on a brief walk with the two of you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
برگام. یای میار خیلی خوبه. گفتم اگه دوست بخوام یای میار رو انتخاب میکنم که بخوام با کسی ازدواج کنم بعد صبر کنم تا آخر گنشین. ممکنه یه چیز حق تر از اینی که میخوام بگم بیاد. ولی کوکومی.
Is there something else you wanted to tell us?
No, I don't have anything new to share. I just felt that since you were my investigation partners, I should have another conversation with the two of you.
خیلی خوب. 1,000,000 مورا جایزه بده.
Traveler, how would you have responded to Baptiste's request if you were in my shoes?
نه. نمیدونم حقیقتش
When I was
نمیدونم.
young, my father often took me here to swim. We'd come rain or shine, even when it was freezing cold. He told me that swimming was the best activity to train one's strength of will. You could never give up before reaching the shore, especially when the water was cold.
Oh? Why's that?
Because the moment you give up would be the moment you die. At that point, I still hadn't received my vision. One winter, the chilly wind felt almost like knives on my skin, and the seawater was so frigid that it numbed my toes the moment I stepped in. I cried and begged my father to spare me from having to swim across, but he wouldn't listen. He used to be a member of the Special Patrol as well. You could say it was his way of educating his children.
That sounds awful.
When he saw that I wouldn't stop crying, he just picked me up and tossed me into the icy water. The bone-chilling cold took away my senses. I couldn't feel anything but fear and rage. I waited for my father to save me, but one look and I knew he'd already started swimming for the opposite shore.
رایت
I realized that if I were to give up, I really would die right then and there. I used all of my strength to try and catch up to my father. Those few minutes felt longer than my whole life up until that point. I did, however, make it to the other side. I've never felt afraid about anything in my life after that.
اینجا ویژن گرفتی یعنی
That way of teaching would have never worked on Paimon.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right method for anyone. It's just that
درسته
working now as I am in the pursuit of justice,
قطعا رو من جواب
I still
نمیدم
sometimes feel like I've been tossed into that winter sea all over again. The anger and the helplessness.
فرض کن بندازند وسط دریا بگیم شنا کن من شنا بلد نیستم چه غلطی کنم الان من همیشه با شنا کردن مشکل داشتم حتی هر کسی که یادم داد بازم یاد نگرفتم و آره اینجور نمیشه من نمیتونی دازی وسط یه بگاهی و خودتو بکش بیرون من اینجوری نیستم من یکی باید کمکم کنه همیشه باید یکی کنارم داشته باشم توی همه چیز توی همه کار توی داستان نویسی فقط خودم تنها بودم که خب به جایی نرسی چون کسی کنارم نبود ولی داستان خوبی می نوشتم خدا ناموسن
Shivers.
But the worse I feel, the more I know to never give up. The alternative would be to forever lose myself in the
پارت
waves.
چهارمه پارت پنجم فرونا آواردو میدن
Neither of us will drown, but we can still see who swims
نه
faster.
You guys go ahead. Paimon will grab the clapperboard to mark the start of the race.
دیک میشه مسابقه رم نشون بدی یا تموم میشه اینجا اه
Stop right there!
من میبرم من باید ببرم خب من
Oh,
بردم
that felt good.
You were so fast in the water, Shivers. You were swimming even faster than Paimon can fly. So, about the Special Patrol. Did you join because of your dad?
Partly, but I'd say I was more inspired by the heroes I read about in stories growing up.
Oh, so it's due to your love of stories.
منم
Of
میخواستم
course,
پلیس بشم
it was only
ولی
after I joined the Special Patrol that I learned that truth is often stranger than fiction.
بعدم فهمیدم پلیس خودش مجرمه اینجا اینجا ایرانه داشته میخوای تموم بشی ما
To be honest,
تا ابد که
I
وقت
do
نداریم
sometimes question whether the decisions I make are the right ones. But I know that no matter what, I must keep swimming. Because the only thing I've got my eyes on is the shore in the distance.
خب فاروزانو خیلی دوستش دارم هم ایرانیه هم
Thank you for
عالی
coming on this walk with me.
زیباست
I feel a lot better after getting all that off my chest.
You're welcome.
We're nearly back at Baptiste's house.
Huh, you're right. I didn't realize we were so close.
He really did plant a lot of flowers. It's just like how he described it in the story.
Huh? Wait, Paimon, Traveler, look! The rainbow roses in the garden. They're in full bloom now.
بالاخره تمام شد. خب از ببینیم چی میگه.
Even though it's a bit late, I must thank you for investigating this case with me.
باش. خیلی
Not on behalf
ممنون.
of the special patrol this time. It's a personal expression of gratitude from yours truly.
About your family.
You want to hear more
در
about my father?
خانوادت.
To be honest, I didn't spend that much time with him. He was always busy with the special patrol, so he would often return home really late at night. Some nights he didn't come home at all.
درک میکنم.
Once, he didn't come home for a long time, maybe a whole week or so. When I went out to
نه
buy
دیگه
food,
انقدر.
I learned that he had become a criminal, and by extension, that made me a criminal's daughter. But we can talk about that another day.
About the case.
I actually have a lot of sympathy
پرونده.
for Veronique and Baptiste. I can understand the hatred they feel for their father. But that doesn't mean I'll allow them to walk the path of evil, even if it might lead to another sense of justice.
آره ولی اگه میخواستی اتفاق بیفته میکشتیش اون یارو رو، چون اینا همچنان به فکر انتقامن. دوست عزیز.
Films are different from the real world. They're a form of art and represent the wishes in people's hearts. I adore the two musketeers, and I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to act the role as one. I can't wait to catch the film when it premieres in the Opera House. I'm looking forward to seeing the audience's reaction to the climactic ending.
ببین اگه دنیای گنشین بود، از اونجایی که فورترس آف مروبید یه زندان که فقط مردمو میندازی اونجا، همین زندان نیست، هیچ اتفاق خاصی نمیفته اونجا، فقط مردمو میندازی اونجا دور همن. اینجا فرق میکنه زندان واقعی. و آره اگه اونجا بود و من جای این بودم قطعا میکشتمش یارو رو، چون اونجا هیچی بدتر از مرگ نیست واقعا. اما اینجا نه، اینجا نمیکشتمش یارو رو. اینجا فرق میکنه، اینجا قانون داره، فرق میکنه، زندان جای بدتریه براش.
Thank you for looking out for me. I'll see you at the award ceremony. I'd be very surprised if we don't win.
خیلی خوب، اینم از پارت 4. ساعت چنده؟ اوکی 6:15 و نمیتونیم پارت 5 الان بگیریم. خلاصه که ممنون از اینکه تماشا کردیم. آقای صدا رو ببند. این خوب شد. ممنون از اینکه تماشا کردین. واقعا زیبا بود این پارت و خیلی دوست داشتم کاتسین. فکر کنم یه کاتسین دیگه هم داشته باشیم در مورد جایزه و اینا. میشه نداشته باشیم ولی کاش داشته باشیم. من از اینکه تماشا کردین برم دیلی و اینا رو بزنم که بعدش هم برم جمعی ببینیم. درود جنابان، برگشتیم با پارت 5 و بریم مراسم اسکار. بریم اسکار. اسکار رو به کی میدم؟ فرینا اوارد.
Hey, it's been a while.
ها؟
Hey there, you two! Sorry I've been scarce. I've been buried in marketing and preparing the film for release ever since we wrapped post-production.
یه لحظه فکرم برگشت به اول کار.
Ceremony is today, right?
همینجا دیدیمش، همینم گفت. پایمان.
I'd give it a 90% chance.
که فرینا اوارد رو میبر.
Here, you're earlier than everyone else.
I'm sure the others will also be here in no time. Xavier, if we end up getting called on stage, shouldn't you come up with a name for our crew?
بله.
But we don't even know if we're going to win.
بله میبریم.
To jinx our chances by
میبریم
celebrating
گناه.
early.
میبریم.
Just open your eyes. Surely you've seen the audience's reactions to our film. We've had nothing but
ما فیلمو ندیدیم آقا.
You've also had conversations
فیلم
with the
کاملش رو به ما
Opera House
نشون بده.
operating staff, right? Didn't they want to increase the number of showings? With the more you've made from the box office, you can now open your very own film company.
But that's all credit to my amazing crew. You've all helped to make this a reality, so I can't be the only one asked to come up with a name.
Well, give it some thought. I'm sure the crew will respect your choice.
All right, but before that, Traveler and Paimon, could I trouble you to quickly pay a visit to the Fortress of Meripede?
نمیخوام
Stay for the awards.
نمیخوام تو اون گهدونی
I wanted to
برم.
ask you two to invite Shavraz to join us at the ceremony. She's one of the lead roles after all. I haven't been able to find her recently, so I haven't had the chance to invite her personally. According to the papers, the culprits of the musket murder case will be personally escorted today by the captain of the Special Patrol to the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Yep, just wait here, Xavier, and maybe try to come up with a few snappy-sounding names.
Huh?
All right, then I'll leave you to it.
نه چی میگی
Will we really win an award?
Trust me. When have I ever been wrong about something like this?
هیچ وقت یه چیز همچین چیزی رو امتحان نکرده بودیم که ببینی درست گفته یا نه. فورینا چرت و پرت نگو. البته اشتباه هم نمیگه چون هیچ وقت اشتباه نگفته، هیچ وقت هم درست نگفته، اصلا نگفته. موس گیر کرده که اینطور بریم. خیلی بدم میاد از این.
This is as far as I'll be taking them. I'll leave the three of them to you now.
Got another errand to run?
Something like that. I'm expected at a party.
Now that's something you don't hear every day. Found a new pastime?
No, it's just a special occasion.
Shavraz! Risley!
Festivals really do bring people together. It's been a while since I last had so many visitors at the Fortress of Meripede.
Call it the festival spirit, I guess.
رایزلی خالی
Say
نیست.
that. Even our head nurse has gotten herself all worked up preparing super deluxe nutritious shakes. Just one gulp and you'll have met all your nutrition
حتی
needs.
پایما همیشه چرت و پرت میگه. به شیاو میگه سیاو.
We've already finished discussing everything. So, what do you think about my heads up, Mr. Risley?
I believe I haven't yet made any promises or guarantees.
But you also didn't shoot me down. Here, how about this? You could give everyone a copy of the newspaper. Perhaps on the day when the cover story happens to, oh, I don't know, expose a certain someone's misdeeds from 20 years ago?
I suppose then a certain someone may soon find himself the most unlucky person in the Fortress of Meripede.
While another two people will soon be hailed as heroes.
Speaking of heroes,
Miss
do you
America.
need something from me?
قشنگ Miss
We're
America.
here for...
You're here to invite me to the party, right? Don't worry, I didn't forget.
Ooh, then let's head back right away! See you, Risley! Happy Fontanalia Festival!
And the same to you.
چه زندانیه که ما همینجوری عین گاو میایم تو و میریم بیرون. اگه میتونیم بریم بیرون و بیایم بیرون چرا اونایی که اینجا نمیرن بیرون؟ چه وضعیتی اینجا؟ قانون نگاییدن. شبرس اسمش یه جوریه. اینا کی بودن؟ بشمام ریخ.
And the winner of the Farina Award for the first Fontanalia Film Festival is
ما نیستیم.
The Two Musketeers.
ایوه. به موقع رسیدیم پس. پیما جم بده.
Congratulations, Mr. Xavier.
ویش بده به هم. کاراکتر مجانی.
I can't believe it. I really can't thank all of you enough.
See? My takes on Fontaine's entertainment industry have never been wrong.
برای اولین بار درست
Please
گفت.
welcome to the stage the producer of the Two Musketeers, Mr. Xavier.
حالا میگه فورینا اینا ساخته من نمیام بالا.
Thank you all so much for your recognition and support.
یه مجسمه از فورینا بهش میده.
I would love to give special thanks to.
Time really flies, huh?
It certainly feels that way. It feels like it was only yesterday when you were teaching me to hold a musket.
Will you come back to Fontaine again?
Of course. I'm very fond of the city. There are so many novel and interesting
خب
things.
دیگه یا کاما رو بیخیال میشه.
But how about you? Would you be interested in
ناراحت
visiting
کننده
Inazuma?
است.
I can't say the thought has crossed my mind before, but I'd be willing to consider it now.
I will be eagerly awaiting your visit.
آیا تو اون
It
پشت
would be wonderful if you could visit my
گوش میده.
home and enjoy a taste of our tea and desserts.
Yeah, let's keep in touch.
Did you accomplish all you came here for?
Yes. And you should visit Inazuma again sometime.
How has Ogura and her business been?
To my knowledge, she's doing quite well.
Tell her I said hi.
I certainly will.
I heard the thunderstorm has stopped.
Yes, and the war has also been brought to an end.
به این 2 سال
Peace
پیش
and
بود.
prosperity has returned to the islands.
I quite like the sound of that. Perfect for hanging textiles out to dry.
I'd like to offer my thanks again to the
2 سال
entire
پیش بود
cast
که ما
and
رایدنا
crew. Without you, I would have never completed this film, much less had the opportunity to be standing on this stage. With the support of my entire crew, I would like to officially announce our film company, Musketeer Pictures.
Oh, that has a really nice ring to it.
Then in that case, let's please welcome all the members of Musketeer Pictures onto the stage for a commemorative photo.
Oh, Paimon didn't know we'd also be taking pictures.
Director Farina, I believe you are the most deserving person to raise this trophy.
نه.
No. There's no need. It's so embarrassing.
It's an honor the director deserves.
Yes, I
مجسمه
agree.
خودشو میخواد برو.
Just accept that you're not getting out of this.
Ready, everyone? 3, 2, 1.
Musketeer Pictures!
فورینا مجسمه خودشو گرفت. تموم شد. خب از با اینا حرف بزن.
Miss Yoimiya, we haven't had the chance to talk, but please accept my thanks for everything you've done over the past few days.
Oh, but I feel like I didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
I'm very grateful for your assistance during that special performance in the warehouse. It was always going to be somewhat risky to engage and draw away Morris all on your own. You're only a civilian and have never been trained to act in such a dangerous situation.
Don't say it like that. As the director's assistant, it was my duty to help out the crew however I could. It was an honor to help you solve the case. I have to admit though, my heart was thumping super hard the entire time I was laying on the ground. I was scared that everyone would notice.
You did great.
Oh, and before I forget, if you ever visit Inazuma, pay a visit to Naganohara Fireworks? I'll make some fireworks for you. I even know what shape we'd make.
I'm guessing a musket.
No.
Telling you now would ruin the surprise. If you really want to see it, just come and visit me.
عجب که اینطور. بقیه کجا؟ آیاکا رو میدونم کجاست. Oh, for an angel.
Lady Farina, please allow me to take just one more photo of you. I would also love to get your autograph, just as a memento of our time together on the crew.
Hey, I've had enough of the camera flashes from when we were all up on stage.
But, Lady Farina, you are the best director I've ever met.
عکس پا میخواد. نوت بده بهش.
This kind of lively and celebratory setting is exactly where you shine. I believe all photographers would agree. Come, the brightest star of our land, show us your light. The camera is waiting to sing praises of your beauty.
Well, I'm flattered, but... all right. I'll humor you and try a few more different poses. But I don't have to hold the trophy, right?
Of course. You may pose however you like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. By the heavens, my luck has been beyond belief. I'm having a hard time coming to terms with it now.
اینم از این. آیاتا رو نمیدونم کجاست، واسه همین بیخیالش بذارشیم. بریم آیاکا رو ببینیمش. بریم. میدونم اینجاست. یه چیز جالب میخوام بهتون نشون بدم و بعدم ویدیو رو تموم کنیم.
Fury. The wind rises.
حتما نگاه کنید چون چیز جالب، خیلی جالب. ایناش بیا اینجا آیاکا. دیدین چی شد الان؟ یه بار دیگه بیام. ریدم. رفتش اونور. حواسش نیست. به دوربین به ما داره دست تکون میده. همین دیگه بریم.
I'm so glad we were able to complete the film. Thanks for taking care of me while I was here.
زیبا بازی کردی.
Thank you. At first, I simply tried to work hard out of a desire to not become a burden to the crew. It would have been so embarrassing if the filming had to stop to accommodate my lack of skill, but Director Farina was both patient and knowledgeable. And Shavras and Elaine taught me a lot about the scenes and details. It was all thanks to their help that I was able to grow comfortable with the role. And even with all of that said, I still got a little flustered with praise, especially since everyone, including you, were complimenting me at the end.
عجب که اینطور. زمان خوبی داشتی اینجا.
I visited many places with Yoimiya in between the filming sessions. The elegant streets, the beautiful flowers and greenery, and the dreamlike underwater world.
خب شو با این لباسش اومد.
Everything I saw will shine like stars in my memories. It also brings me joy to think that perhaps you've marveled at those exact wonders as well.
Thank you for hard work. بابت کار سختی که کردی ممنونم.
I don't often have the opportunity to wander out into the world like this. Not only did I make many new friends during this trip, I also picked up many new skills from everyone around me. I will cherish this experience greatly.
No, Atom.
And I'm also going to bring some conch madeleines back to the Yashiro Commission as a gift. If we could enjoy them with some coffee, perhaps it'll feel as if I'd never left Fontaine at all.
No, Atom. چون الان آیاکا که به جز ما دوستای دیگه ای داره و ما کم اهمیت میشیم براش. ترجمه کنم اینا، یعنی یه سفر سیف چی میشد؟ میدونم چی میشه ولی یادم نیست. امن، سفر امن و راحتی به خونه داشته باشی.
Thank you for looking out for me. Please do take care of yourself during your adventures as well. If the stars align, we'll see each other in Inazuma again.
چرا اونجا تو میایی؟ بفرما کانریا یا سر برمون بزن. خب ساینا رو ببین، اینجا دارم میرقصن برای خودشون، چه کاری هم به هیچ کسی نداره. خلاصه که ممنون از اینکه این ویدیو رو تماشا کردین. زیبا بود، اما پارت 4 رو خیلی دوست داشتم، خیلی بشمریزون و زیبا بود. از همه مهمتر پیش بینیام درست در اومد. ممنون از اینکه تماشا کردین. کیومرث هستم. بدرود.